In 1981, two American researchers, Betty Grayson and Morris Stein, ran a disturbing experiment. They filmed dozens of people walking down the street, image only, no sound. Then they showed the footage to men convicted of assaulting strangers. The result? Within just a few seconds, the attackers almost always pointed to the same people as easy targets. They knew nothing about them. They'd only watched the way they walked. We're often told that kindness is a virtue, and it is. But behavioral science tells a more unsettling story. The most agreeable, the most accommodating, the most other-focused people pay a measurable price, financially, psychologically, relationally. Over the next few minutes, 3 solid studies will show us why, and more importantly, what we can actually change without becoming someone else. Let's start with money. In 2012, researcher Timothy Judge and his team at the University of Notre Dame published a study in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology. It focused on what psychologists call agreeableness, the tendency to be cooperative, trusting, and conflict-averse. The finding is stark. Among men, the most agreeable earn 18% less on average than the least agreeable. In their sample, the least agreeable men earned around $42,000 a year, compared to about $31,000 for the most agreeable. That same year, another study, led by Bernerth and colleagues, went further. Agreeable people also tend to have worse credit scores because they're more likely to lend money, co-sign loans, or agree to financial terms they should have turned down. So this isn't a skills gap. It's a difficulty standing up for one's own interests. Back to that 1981 Gates study. More recent research, led by Mary Ritchie and Adele Forth, extended this work to understand their conclusion: people scoring high in psychopathy, Machiavellianism, or sadism are the most accurate at identifying vulnerability in others, just from simple nonverbal cues. That's no coincidence. What these profiles have in common is a deficit in empathy and an almost instinctive ability to spot who can be influenced without resistance. The most agreeable people, the ones most likely to avoid conflict, are statistically the easiest to spot and to approach. Their natural trust, their difficulty saying no, become a visible signal within the first few seconds of interaction. Third layer, what's happening inside? In clinical psychology, researcher Sidney Blatt developed the concept of sociotropy, a personality profile in which emotional stability depends heavily on other people's approval. A systematic review of nearly 30 studies confirms a clear pattern in these profiles: more anxiety, more feelings of helplessness, more depressive symptoms. The logic is simple. If your inner stability depends on never disappointing anyone, every no you don't say becomes an emotional debt. And that debt adds up. So, should you become cold, hard, strategic? No. And that's the real takeaway from this research. The problem isn't kindness itself. Studies on agreeableness also show that, over time, these same traits, empathy, cooperation, generosity, build stronger, more satisfying relationships. The real risk factor isn't being nice. It's being nice out of an inability to say no, rather than by choice. The difference comes down to one line. Kindness without limits stops being a choice. It becomes a vulnerability. And the good news is, that limit can be learned.